Roy McRoyderson over there.
Brother.
Rivaling who had it really bad? Test. Andrew Martin had it bad.
EC3?
Batney?
EC3 had it really bad. It was a big, well-known one, and I can't even think of his name. But
Scott Steiner.
Scott Steiner, thank you. Thank you.
You have his promo on your wall.
That is also true. Buff Bagwell, Scott Steiner, Roy McRoydersons. It's the greatest thing in the world. Kind of like isn't there a Steiner on the show we're about to review?
Why a shitty segue?
Right? That's all I've got.
That's what you get. That's what you get for
kind of following the product.
That might all be true on the wrestling show. Welcome everyone, this is Sleazy.
You don't want to stop on a track with a freight train coming through.
Oh God.
It's the Fat Man.
And welcome everyone to a wonderful episode. Didn't you wear that shirt last week? The freight train shirt?
I wore one of these. I was doing laundry and I just for some reason laughed.
God,
because it doesn't get enough love.
Freight train does not get enough love. I will admit that. Today we have first once again live and I don't even know how he does this, because in Newfoundland, Canada, I didn't think it was possible to transmit color digital TV or color video back to the US. Ryan Williams is here in full painted nail.
Whoa. Hey, fuck off. I have a 9-year-old stepdaughter, and she says you're going to paint the nails.
You get those nails painted.
Yeah.
You're damn fucking right. I'm not. No shade here, yo. No shade here. On the other side, below me, if you're looking.
Nobody's going to below you.
Right? The gentleman from quote unquote Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Wrong.
I said quote unquote.
He billed me from there. We'll go with it.
I'm billing him.
You're from the land of 1,000 marks.
Hey, the man.
God damn it! Stop stamping on my fucking bit. The man of 1,000 marks is here. Chip Willett.
How's it going, guys?
He's from the land of 1,000 marks.
No, he's not. He is the man of 1,000 marks.
The man, the myth, the mark. That should be the t-shirt.
It is.
I love it. Love it. So much great merch. We're going to talk about Judgment Day. No,
wrong.
We're going to talk about some Bash at the Beach. We're going to talk about
oh yeah, you keep trying.
Bad Blood.
You make one more bad name, and I'm saying a trans joke on air. What was the name of the show?
Capital Carnage.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, how come trans people? Hey, why do trans people go by she, her?
Oh God, we're gonna get canceled.
Did they go by her, she? Wouldn't they be chocolate?
I like that.
Actually wasn't that bad.
I'll take that one.
That wasn't as bad as I thought it could have been.
Right. I would like. I appreciate that one. Today we're talking about Vengeance Day, because it's everyone's Vengeance Day. I guess it's NXT's most recent thing. Who watches NXT these days?
Everybody.
I think everyone on the show right now is watching NXT but me.
Yeah.
While we're taping.
Fucking Mark. Uh-oh.
Show opens with the NXT North American Championship. Wes Lee defends against Nine Finger Dijak.
No, he was 10 finger when he started.
17 minutes and 1 second. Kenton gave this 4 1/4. I'm going to start with a mark.
I love the match. It was good to see Dijak go back to looking like the Donovan Dijak that he used to be in ROH. My thing is, when are they taking the belt off Carmelo? I just don't get it. I really would have liked to see Dijak.
Racist. They're not the same person.
Yeah.
Wait,
Definitely not. Wes Lee and Carmelo Hayes are not the same person.
Sorry. Right.
Chip.
So
you're not even the most racist person on this show.
I will give Chip a pass because on NXT, Carmelo Hayes is in the ring. So I will give him a pass for being racist this one time.
Oh my Lord.
Ooh, that's going to be a good match.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will.
Oh, yes, it will. Oh God, yes. Please, right now. Anyways, I thought it was a really good. Look at sleazy.
No, fuck. We are taping a show, right?
Yeah, and we're actually, which is funny enough that we are also watching the fallout from the show currently as NXT. This is the NXT after.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Anyway,
Yes, it is.
I'll give it 4 stars. I love the match.
Ryan.
That was a long fucking opener, man. I didn't think it was that long until you said the time frame. Dijak could be doing this shit on the main roster. He's going to be putting over the little people. Why the fuck did you bring him back to make him a beast to put over Wes Lee? I like Wes Lee, but Wes Lee could have beat a bunch of other people. He didn't have to beat Dijak here. Wrong kid, dot. That's not the only time I'm going to say that tonight either.
I kind of agree. I expected Dijak to win, but this match was a fucking banger.
Yes, it was.
Match of the night. 4.5 stars. This thing was fucking awesome. Just loved every second of it. Great way to open up the show. That was my note. Sleazy.
I'm not sure I can say much more. I mean, it was a great match. You're absolutely right. Spoiler, match of the night without a question. And you're also, both of you are also right in the fact that wrong kid died. Why? I like the fact that the match was great, but why bring Dijak back just to job him out in the very first major match that he's had back? It didn't make as much sense when you're trying to repackage him,
especially when they brought him in and making him look like a mercenary ready to kill somebody when he made his re-debut.
Right. So
now,
I don't understand that. But otherwise, the man can go. And when he's against a guy like Wes Lee, or pretty much anybody, name a bad opponent for Donovan Dijak.
So here's the thing. He single-handedly made Keith Lee look like a credible person in the ring.
Yeah. And I wasn't a huge fan of him in Ring of Honor.
I love him.
He leveled up. He leveled up.
He's leveled up significantly.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, what did Canton give it? 4.5?
4 1/4.
4 1/4. I wouldn't go that high. I'd go 3 3/4.
Fucking underrated piece of fucking shit.
It was good, but I think the fact that Dijak didn't win here kind of hurt it a little bit.
Yo, dog, I heard you like tag team matches.
I do.
NXT Women's Tag Team Championship. Katana Chance and Kaden Carter versus Fallon Henley and Kiana James. 9 minutes and 20 seconds. Kent gave this 2 3/4. Ryan.
Cool stat to start off of that was that they were the longest reigning women's tag team champions across anywhere in the WWE up until that point.
It mentioned it like 4 times too.
Which
I guess that they were really setting it in that the new tag champs were coming.
Yep.
But I like the pairing of Kiana James and Fallon. I like the good bad aspect. I was always a sucker for like the oddball teams like that anyway. So that's going to be a nice little run to whatever either established team they got or whatever next oddball team is going to get put together to take them off when they finally gel. Match wasn't terrible either.
No. Sleazy.
I know this sounds strange, but I keep forgetting that that's Casey Catanzaro.
Got
but
a chance.
yeah, it will never sink in. I don't know why. But I thought it was a great little tag match. It wasn't bad. It wasn't a banger, but it wasn't like terrible by any stretch of the imagination. I think that I don't know about the pairing between Henley and James, but once again, I would rather see where it goes. But once again, I'm not watching the weeklies of NXT, so I didn't see that build up. So I will give that a complete pass. As for the match itself, I gave it warm bowl of water, 2.5 stars.
That's not the bit.
It's an okay match for a house show.
Thank you. That's what I rated it. Wasn't expecting a title change. It was an okay match for a house show, but it was what it was. Chip.
Yeah, I didn't like the way it ended, and
Wait, why?
Like when the heel did the bad thing and won the
Yeah, I
match.
was just gonna say why.
I wanted it to go longer. That's why.
Oh, okay.
But I thought it was a good match. I'll give it 2 3/4.
You agree with Canton.
It rarely happens.
Well, speaking of 2 out of 3, 2 out of 3 falls match. Carmelo Hayes versus Wesley. Apollo Crews.
Wow.
23 minutes and 31 seconds. Canton gave us 3.5 stars.
Wesley.
So which one was Hayes?
The not jacked one.
I don't know. Hayes is pretty jacked.
The skinny one. The skinnier one.
He was Eddie Guerrero from WCW. Apollo Crews' dad looks like the Michelin Man.
Oh my god.
All right, Ryan, talk about it.
I did not expect that to go 2 falls. The turn at the end was really cool too. I thought when he came out, it was definitely going 3 falls, and they went to 2, which was even shocked. And now gives Apollo Crews a nice little feud and help fucking David Kato dickhead. I was going to say Kunta Kinte, but I thought that was racist.
So you say it anyway?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, so you say it anyway.
What an asshole!
Again, not the most racist on the show. Going down to the bottom.
Yep. Now you've
not
dropped
the most
down
racist.
the spot.
Not the most racist moment on the show yet.
Oh God.
God damn it! We're so getting canceled.
I
can't see it. I can't see us getting canceled. I've said way worse.
Wait. Hold on. We actually have to have people watch us in order for us to get canceled. Anyway,
What are you gonna do? Not watch us?
right.
turn it off right now.
I love this match.
Thank you.
Old school technical 2 out of 3 falls match with a mixture of new school hi-fi mix in with the general guy coming back. I was gonna say what Ryan said too, but I'm not going to.
David Kato is actually what he's called.
What was that?
Commander.
David Kato is actually what they call him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
So
are you talking about the K name?
Well, I was talking about his previous name,
previous name.
Commander Aziz or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I liked it. Right kid died.
Yeah.
Sleazy.
100% right kick died. Loved the fact he went 2 straight. He absolutely needed a dominant win against Cruz, in my opinion. As much as we, whatever you.
It's Albert.
Matt Bloom. Okay.
I said what I said. I threw him off.
Yeah.
You love that he went 2 straight.
As much as we don't like Apollo Crews, or you do like Apollo Crews, I'm not a huge fan of him in the last 3 runs he's had in WWE. You have to give him the fact that he's a main roster star. He's done a lot for the company, and Hayes getting a huge win over him it couldn't be any more of a dominant fashion. Is just absolutely something that Hayes needs at this point. And honestly, I see him really, really, truly being the next NXT champion eventually. Within not maybe the very next time it gets switched, but the time after.
Rating.
3.5, just a step below the Dijak match.
Yep.
I love this match. This was my match of the night.
Huh?
I am one of the one of the Cruz fans that you are talking about. I've been a fan of his since he was Wuhan Nation. But I love the match. Right Kid died, definitely. It shows how commanding it was, taking it 2 straight. The 2 straight actually shocked me. I really thought they were going to go for the 2 out of 3, but he got 2 straight, and then Commander Aziz coming in, and you saw it right in his eyes as soon as he came up. It looked like he had an internal conflict, which made it really nice too. I give it a 4.5.
Fucking Mark. Oh, what a Mark.
That's close enough for me to ask. So what the fuck was it missing?
You didn't say that when I gave the first match 4.5, but okay.
I didn't hear 4.5. I'll ask you to say, I thought I heard 4.25 out of you.
No, that was John.
Okay, so I'll see you in a second. Chip, what the fuck was that missing?
He's watching NXT.
Well,
I still keep up a conversation.
I want a little more storytelling.
Huh? I've been watching South Park a lot, so fuck you. So okay.
Yes, I answered.
All right. Okay. Yo, dog, I heard you like tag team matches.
First off, I do. Second off, Nene, don't think you're getting off. What was the first match missing?
Your face. Yo, dog, I heard you like tag team matches.
I do.
Fatal 4-way match for the NXT Tag Team Championships. The New Day defends against Pretty Deadly, Gallus, and Chase University. 16 minutes and 46 seconds. Kent gave this 3 3/4. I actually agreed. It was your typical multi-tag team controlled chaos action everywhere match. And the right kids died. Don't you me? What? Okay. I'm coming at you. Who should have won that match? Chase University?
Chase U.
Wrong.
Absolutely not.
Chase U has been such a staple on NXT TV for such a long time. They could have won that match in a fatal 4-way, and then Gallus beat him a couple of weeks later, and I would have been just as okay. I love that. Don't get me wrong. Gallus win is great. I love Gallus as a tag team dude, so I'm glad Gallus won. I think Chase U should have won there.
Absolutely not.
All right. Sleazy, go ahead.
Pretty Deadly should have won.
Wrong.
100% Pretty Deadly should have won.
Says the guy who doesn't watch the product.
No, there's a very legitimate reason for it.
Why?
There's
So
a
Breezango can come back.
what's that?
So Breezango can come back.
Yes.
Too
Or
bad.
Breeze,
Dirty Dang. I was say Dirty Dangle signed with Impact, so that ain't happening.
but Breeze is very much a free agent, and Breeze is very much
You guys are a bunch of fucking marks.
Yes.
Bunch
You're
of fucking marks.
But yeah, so in all seriousness, that the feud just writes itself with Pretty Deadly and New Day. If you're going to keep New Day down there for another month or so,
Well, obviously that's not gonna happen.
well, yeah, because they took the titles off of them and put them on somebody other than Pretty Deadly. But the reality is that that's still a very easy feud to set up, and with Breeze basically waiting in the wings if he wants to do a 1-shot or a 2-shot with NXT, they'd happily do it.
True.
Tyler is very well respected. Yes. Yes.
You said New Day and Pretty Deadly is an easy feud to set up.
Yeah.
Who did Ryan? Who did New Day beat for the NXT Tag Team Championships?
I believe it was a feud when they were feuding with Pretty Deadly.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And why not put it back on them?
Because they're getting called up at Mania.
They're absolutely not getting called. If anybody, Chase U would be called up.
Not even close.
Because I think they're over enough as an act. Yeah. And you know where they'll shove them?
Main event.
No. The other side of Alpha Academy.
Oh my God.
That writes itself.
Oh my God.
That
So
writes-
Another athletic decathlon. Oh my God, yes.
right.
Oh yes.
So
As much as that would be awesome, I don't think Chase U's ready.
hasn't been the first time they put
Fucking Bravado's ready. Bravado's been ready for a long fucking time. Let's be clear.
100%. Yes.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's
I
where I
think-
see that happening.
I think Pretty Deadly's getting called up.
I don't think so, but
Okay, so just I want to hear what Chip. Who do you think should have won the match?
Right Kids died.
So all the same, out of 4 people, 3 different answers. That'll show you the range in this tag match that any one of the 4 of them could have won this match and would have been believable NXT Tag Team Champions, and somebody would have been happy, and there would have been a good reason to put the belts on.
Any of them could have won. You are correct. But why bring Gallus back if you're not going to put the strap on him?
why did you bring Dijak back if you weren't going to put the strap on him?
Ah, damn it, Devil's Advocate. Fuck you.
I mean, with all due respect, I mean, anyone in that match could have won. And we always joke about, oh, yeah, well, obviously, but the reality is that there was no real wrong decision in this match, except for maybe New Day retaining. Because any of one of the 3 challengers really, truly deserve to get a rub from it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And of course, once again, Woods eating the pin on a New Day title loss.
How many title reigns has Woods won, and he wasn't actually in the match? So, like, he can fuck off.
Right, but more times than any other New Day member, he's the one pinned for the loss of the titles.
Also, the only man to win the TNA and WWE tag titles and not be in the match to win them.
Yeah, Freebird.
Also,
Freebird.
you can say that he is the Bushi of the group.
Well done, sir.
Well played.
I'll allow that.
I like that.
Oh, and 3 stars. It was good, but it was chaos.
Chip,
Oh, 3.5.
Ryan, did you even talk about it or no?
The tag match.
He chastised us all for our answers.
Yo, dog, I heard you like triple threat matches.
I do not.
Yo, dog, I heard you like women's matches.
I do.
Triple threat match with NXT Women's Championship?
Oh, Jesus.
Don't you have a semi the whole match? You weren't fully hard, but like
Hold on.
I was nursing this.
There's hot women in this match, so we know Sleazy was definitely not hard. Roxanne Perez defends against Gigi Dolan and Casey J.
Okay,
14 minutes and
motherfuckers.
42 seconds.
Fuck, Mary kill.
Hold on.
no, I like it.
I'm getting there. Can I finish the stats? 14
Yeah.
minutes, 42 seconds. Canton gave this 3.25.
Fuck,
Okay.
Mary kill.
So, sorry, Roxanne. I think I got to marry Gigi and fuck JC and kill Roxanne.
Wow.
I think that's how I go.
I'd fuck Gigi, I'd marry Roxanne, and I'd kill JC.
That's the other
correct
way.
Answer.
That's the other way I was thinking about going.
Gigi Dolan would be a fucking freak in bed.
Let me ask Darby Allin. Hold on.
Right?
Wow.
As for the match itself, okay,
Sleazy hated it.
I didn't hate it.
It was an okay match for a house show.
It was a
Yeah.
little bit better than that, 2 3/4. But here's my question, and I hate to be that guy.
No, you
Why
don't.
did they break up Toxic Attraction?
They didn't.
They didn't.
They worked like they did.
Well, because they both wanted the title.
True, but I walked into it thinking, are they not together anymore? Is this the end of them now because of this?
That's why they came out together.
Right? But they were still fucking beating the shit out of each other,
Because they wanted the title.
which is great, but still. I actually like the fact that they were actually trying to beat the shit out of each other and win the title. Most of the time when it comes down to shit like that, they don't do that. At least not as much as they did in this match. That being said, triple threat being triple threat with the same triple threat bullshit that I always talk about just didn't make it a huge joy for me, I guess. Right person won because they obviously have bigger plans for Roxy. So,
Ryan.
I didn't hate the match. I was really distracted by how hot the three of them were. And like I really like how well the three of them worked too. Like the whole story evolving, even with Mandy going, Roxanne being there and this fucking amazing run that she's been on. She's worth it because she's really good too. It was nice to see Gigi and JC kind of out from underneath the wing a lot of Mandy now through all this, see that they are their own characters and they are pretty good. So I'd say either stick them back in the tag team and the NXT division or bring both of them up separately.
Okay. I thought it was a good match. 3 stars. It does have your typical triple threat tropes, but the right kid died. Chip, Mark, whatever the fuck your name is. 7.
Mark.
2 and 2 3/4. You all said everything.
Cool.
I do want to talk really quickly about Toxic Attraction as a general thing. Let's say Mandy doesn't get canned here. Do we get to WrestleMania with Mandy as champion?
No, she loses at Vengeance Day.
Yep.
To Roxy, right?
Yes.
Do you believe they would have brought up the trio at WrestleMania weekend to face off against Damage Control?
Ooh.
Yes.
I believe so as well. And if that's the case, what a fucking shitty run of luck for JC.
All because Mandy Rose wanted to show her butthole.
God love her.
God bless America.
You said it wrong. You keep not doing the stuff right, Sleazy, and it's really affecting me emotionally.
Physically.
And I don't know how much I can take.
It's
God bless America.
one more needle, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, jeez.
I won't be able to feel it anyway. Main event. Steel cage match for the NXT Championship.
You bastard.
Bron Breakker.
You do that to me as I'm drinking, you fuck.
It wasn't like I timed that or anything.
Yeah, fuck
Bron Baker defends against Grayson Waller, 14 minutes and 25 seconds. Ken gave this 3 1/4. Ryan, say it.
Ron Kid died. Ron Kid died so bad here.
Thank you.
Fuck's sake. Say Bill Grace Waller. They did everything with Grace Waller. This was his fucking moment. No, let's give it to fucking Breaker. Breaker's hitting Rush levels for me. Fuck Rush. Okay, like, I like Breaker. Breaker's really good. But this was Waller's fucking moment.
See, I waited to drink. Because I super smart. Sleazy, go ahead.
I'm not against Braun winning here.
Fuck you too, then.
I don't think this was. Here's the thing. I think that Walter. What's that?
Waller wins the takeover. WrestleMania.
Oh, I think that's going to be his moment. I
Do you bring Braun up at Raw on Monday?
Maybe. Here's the thing. I think the match was not done well. Let's start with that, because they did that huge fucking superplex spot, right? You can hear it.
Which was gross.
It was gross, absolutely gross. Didn't get the huge pop, and that says everything you need to know. When they did when Braun was like in the ropes and stuff, no one really cared.
No,
Really didn't. Yeah, didn't affect me at all.
It felt like it was. There was an absolute. I don't think they did the work well enough to get him over to this point. I really don't. I think he needs one more match with him, and it has to be something that will be like a ladder match or something of that nature. Or
so Breaker doesn't get pinned.
Yeah, basically. There's unless there's some, like, maybe even a last man standing match or something of that nature. I think that's where they're going with this, especially there was like a post-match promo thing that they did, and the performance center that was
Melee.
terrible, but we'll leave that. But the point is that they're continuing the feud, and I think they're going towards the last man standing match, where once again you don't have to have Ron take a pin, have something stupid like the duct tape spot or
Hey,
something. I like the duct tape spot, but I mean just something that he wins, but obviously wasn't above board. You stooped so low, you know.
you mean like the perfect opportunity they had to spear him through the cage wall?
There's my answer to that.
What'd you rate it, Sleazy?
3 stars.
Okay, you're an overrated piece of shit.
Wow.
This was a match at best. I feel like if they're setting up a rematch, it's not going to be Mania weekend. I think it's going to be Breaker versus Hayes Mania weekend at Stand and Deliver.
Do they have another show between now and then?
I don't think
No. Or a multi-man match, and that's where you take triple threat or a 4-way with JD McDonough, and that's where you get the title off Breaker and put it on Waller or something. But I don't think Breaker is walking out of Los Angeles at Stand and Deliver as the champion, and I don't think he's getting called up either. I think he's still a little too green. I gave us 2 stars. I thought this match was when they announced that you can only win by pinfall or submission, I'm like, well, Breaker's winning.
Yeah.
Like there's no way. I feel like the cage hindered the match. I just don't think they were experienced enough to work around it yet. They'll get there. Because Waller's basically a high flyer-ish. So
you're a big guy too.
yeah, so I think it kind of hindered him too. So I don't think the cage did any favors for them.
That's fair.
Chip.
So I kind of liking this to Ryan can agree with me on this possibly. So UFC has a habit of putting on good undercard and like the match before the main event being the really good ones, and then the main event taking a shit like this one did.
So you're saying that
it's okay for house show to me.
I'm just saying that UFC's a work, bro.
Well, we all know that, duh.
Wow.
Why do you think you have Michael Chandler and Conor McGregor going at it for the Ultimate Fighter? Duh, it's a work. We all know this. Anyways,
isn't that a work show?
Yeah, probably.
Isn't the Ultimate Fighter a work? I was under the impression it was the entire thing was a work. Legitimately, the reality show was
question mark.
I thought the reality show was the entire thing was a work.
Up until the fights?
Including the fights. I was under the impression that they were all works. Maybe I'm wrong with that, but
so
imagine that sleazy being
you say all reality shows are a work? Hell's Kitchen a work to you?
Yes. First of all, that's been proven. That entire thing has been. They have been from season 1 determining who was winning.
Yeah. By the way, it's Alex this year. Anyways. Anyway.
I don't know what the fuck you just said, little kid.
Okay. It was okay match for a house show. Definitely shouldn't have been the main event. Maybe should have been mid card to me. That's what they looked like. They were to me. Mid card wrestlers.
Wow.
I did not enjoy it at all. And
fuck back to Japan. I hope you step on a Lego.
You can get that merch at wrestlingshow.com/shop.
Cheers.
Did you just show me a goddamn pitch black? You motherfucker. I love you. Oh, goddamn, yes.
Oh, okay, here you go.
Okay, Master House. Okay, Master House.
Pepsi.
I wasn't enthralled with it at all.
You just show me a glass of lemonade.
Water.
No.
Vodka. It's the holy water.
Water.
I'm drinking like a grape/cherry concoction.
Vodka.
You know, cherry limeade vodka would go good in that.
You're drinking a grape drink?
grape slash cherry.
You got that jungle fever.
Oh, Jesus Lord.
Duh. Do you watch our product?
Absolutely not. He does not.
Spotify says I do.
Okay. Overall thoughts on the show? Good show, not a great show.
Would have been better if it was Impact.
This match would have been 5 stars if we were in the impact zone.
Mwah. Ryan, I'm gonna fly up there just to suck your dick for that comment.
It would have been
This show would have been better if Josh Alexander was on it.
That could be your answer to every show, okay? Even other impact shows.
So, can you imagine Breaker and Josh, though? That'd be a deadly match.
Oh my god.
God. Oh God, yes.
Hashtag towels.
Yes.
Wow.
You know, I wonder if there was more truth in the fact that they only signed Ethan Page so they could get Josh Alexander.
1000%.
I thought it was a low ceiling, high floor show in the fact that nothing was like terrible, but nothing was great. So that means average. I mean, the best match on the card, in my opinion, didn't even crack 4 stars, but nothing on it was under 2.5. So I 6 out of 10. I'll give it a little oomph because Dijak has one less finger.
Just makes sense to say,
nah.
He's like, nah.
Girls just go at
Speaking
it.
of which, Pretty Deadly versus Chase U on NXT tonight. That's deadly.
That's
pretty deadly.
Get the fuck off here.
No, Chip, what'd you think of the show?
Well, I'm sorry, I'm a little enamored by the 2 hotties in the room right now.
Oh my
Anyways,
god, you just sat on her face.
yes, she did. Anyways,
Fuck am I not watching?
2 hot girls, and they're not Asian.
Oh, then never mind.
All right.
Just some of it hit right, some of it didn't. Mostly didn't. It was better than an average. It was better than okay for a house show to me, but it wasn't great.
All right, Ryan.
I like the show top to bottom. I didn't really have any issues with it. Outside of the ha funny, it would be better if it was an Impact show.
Okay. All right.
Got anything that we can tease the fans as we come back from break?
WWE's making money.
Shocker. We'll be back after this. And we're back, folks.
Wow, that was enthusiastic. Jesus.
Well, Batman started coughing, so
I'm dying.
he's dying of something.
Raw
I guess.
dickhead.
Dying of dickhead,
We're all dying of dickheads?
I guess. Let's get into news and rumors. I'm sure Fat Man's got a lot to say.
I do. This one is yay. So WWE's 4th quarter earnings. This is their 4th quarter.
Okay.
The company in the 4th quarter had a reported revenue of $325.3 million. That's up 5%. Operating income $62.7 million. That's a 22% decrease. Full year revenue up 18% to $1.3 billion, the highest in company history. The operating income for the fiscal year of 2022 is $283.3 million, up 11%, a record high.
So it's costing more for them to run a show, run back end stuff, pay people, but they're still making gobs of money.
Yeah.
In short.
Well, their operating income's down, but the revenue's up, which that's a good thing.
Right, but over year, when the operating income went up, the 280.
No, wait, no, that was the revenue went up.
Oh,
The operating income went down.
okay. So they saved money
Yes.
somewhere.
Yep. They ran less house shows.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. In fact,
there was like 142 house shows I think they ran, which is like the lowest since 2001.
Right, because they're not making
Non-COVID years.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so read that.
It costs a lot of money to run house shows.
Um,
Anybody who does independent shows can tell you that.
yeah. They returned $75.7 million of capital to shareholders.
Through dividends, yeah.
Repurchases and dividends.
Mhm.
Yeah, so they make money.
Shocker. Pack it up, boys.
And then everyone's like, yeah, but their attendance is down and all their money's coming from TV revenue. It don't matter if all their money's coming from sucking dick. They're making money.
I mean,
Tell me I'm wrong, though.
you're not.
It don't matter where they're making their money. They're making money.
Ryan, do you have opinions on sucking dick for money?
Well, I mean, it's a business. There's a model.
There's
There
a lot.
is people like,
The pyramid scheme.
no, that's not a pyramid scheme. That's a dick suck scheme. No pyramid to this. It's not like I can be like, hey, I'll give you a blowjob, you give 2, you give 3, I'll give the money. No, that's not pyramid scheme work. Suck a dick for money, suck a dick for money. You get a crackhead, do anything for crack.
I was going to say it's more like an Eiffel Tower scheme.
I loved how when Ryan said you can do give crackhead, make crackhead do anything for crack, Sleazy immediately went and started rubbing his nose.
I'm glad you caught that.
Immediately. Jerry Lawler suffered a stroke today.
Any update?
Yes, he had surgery. I guess he's doing better. I guess he was out to dinner with friends last night and he started showing signs of symptoms. I guess his left or right side went completely, be like lost feeling in it. Had the surgery. I guess he's doing better. He can talk a little bit. Still a long road of recovery, but
He's going to pull through.
He's going to pull through. Yes,
For sure.
I can't say for sure.
Because I'm going to make a bad joke on it.
I can't say for sure, but
I'll let it go till next week.
JR connection.
What's that?
This is going to be a JR connection.
It was going to be worse than that.
Oh, Jesus.
It's going to be way worse than that.
Speaking of another WWE Hall of Famer, this update on superstar Billy Graham. This is from his wife. He's dealing with a Madrid of serious health issues, a major infection in his ears and skull that may take up to 6 months of IV antibiotics.
Holy shit.
It
had to have been MRSA or something.
Yeah, I had MRSA. I was on antibiotics for 2 months. He said he lost about 45 pounds in 3 weeks. That's from the IV antibiotics.
Yeah.
100% high grade antibiotics. Everything tastes like metal. You can't hold anything down because the antibiotics are just suppressing everything. Literally, I drank a Powerade and I threw it up.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so it had to have been MRSA. He has diabetes, congestive heart failure, hearing loss as part of the infection. He's facing a long period of rehab and insurance is only paying for a portion of it. I know. I'm going through that right now. He is facing at least 2 months of skilled nursing facility once he's stabilized and released from the Mayo Hospital.
Ryan, fuck you and your Canadian healthcare.
Well, why? My healthcare is great.
I know.
So why you gotta
Fuck
hate
you.
on me?
I'm going to hate on you because you have it.
I moved to Canada.
Working on it.
Not happening.
He went the other direction.
Right?
Yeah.
I didn't know which way was north, okay?
Yeah, and
Over!
But at least when I run into a tree, I got free healthcare to take care of me.
Oh, my God.
I don't get that.
Eventually, we're going to have a huge gap here between Florida and Newfoundland.
Right?
Due to the horrifying allegations made against Vince McMahon, a shareholder has filed another lawsuit against WWE. According to court documents obtained by Bloomberg, I'm not going to pronounce this guy's name because I'm America. One of the shareholders filed a lawsuit against WWE in a Delaware court seeking to remove McMahon from the company's board of directors. He also wants access to internal WWE files in order to investigate allegations that McMahon raped and sexually assaulted employees and contractors over the course of decades before paying the accusers to cover up the accusations. Sorry. The facts here state with horrifying allegations that Vince McMahon raped and sexually assaulted them, blah, blah, blah. When confronted, he then paid the victims nearly $15 million in quote hush money to buy off their silence. There is serious question about how Vince McMahon obtained and delivered these funds to his victims. Part of the lawsuit stated. According to the lawsuit, McMahon displayed a flagrant, Jesus Christ.
Wow, there was fucking stroke.
Every week, bro.
Jerry Lawler did.
Every week, bro. Disregard of basic corporate governance norms and demonstrated his views that rules do not apply to him.
Because they don't.
Why is Carmelo Hayes trying to look like Ezekiel Elliott?
I don't know.
Oh God, he's gonna get traded.
He had a midriff shirt on. That's why I asked.
So, again, this is a guy who's suing to see, because he's a shareholder, to see internal documents. I'm not sure where this lawsuit is going to go.
Not well.
We said there were going to be numerous lawsuits like this.
Well, I thought there'd be numerous lawsuits to try to stop the sale of WWE. This one's going towards Vince McMahon.
Well, you had to know that it wasn't just there's way down the line. I'm sure there's numerous.
If he thinks that the allegations were enough to cause an issue with a potential sale, if he thinks there's enough of an issue to cause the stock to tank again, he might have standing. I don't think either one is the case. And I think it's going to get thrown out because of it.
I agree. He's filing suit to see documents, is what it sounds like. Yeah, and I don't think that's going to happen.
No, there's no way it's going to get. He's in Delaware. No.
Yeah, I didn't want to go there, but
well, Delaware is the most corporate friendly state of the entire nation. I mean, there's an obvious reason why corporations incorporate there. So, ignoring the whole legal mumbo jumbo behind it, it's just very good to be incorporated in Delaware, and the courts are very friendly towards corporations because of it. So there's 0.001% chance that this is going to go anywhere in a meaningful direction.
Lenny Poffo passed away.
The genius, yeah.
Yep, age 68.
Sorry, I was watching NXT. That was funny.
Thanks, Chip.
God damn it! What a fucking dick.
Lenny Poffo passes away.
The genius, Macho Man's brother. Don't know really what he passed away from, because all reports say he was a fairly healthy guy. So we'll see what in a couple weeks what the autopsy report says. Sorry,
assuming they actually do one.
Right.
I will say this: 68 in the wrestling business is a long time. But yeah, it's sad. It's another member of basically that legacy that honestly, I don't think Lanny got as much
credit
for the work he did.
He was good.
He was good. He was very good as a manager. I watched a lot of his stuff over the years because of the fact of what I used to do and what I kind of still do. So it's just like it's sad to see somebody like that doesn't get the credit that they deserve, especially when he was still alive.
Right. Apparently. Okay, Chip, I got some Asian wrestling news.
I'm in.
I got NWA news.
Ooh.
Apparently Great Muta suffered a torn thigh muscle in his last match.
Ow.
God.
That sucks.
The old man got hurt in his last match. What a fucking shock.
He should really retire.
He probably should. Ryan, what's your NWA news?
This Saturday is NWA Nuff Said. Taking place Tampa, Florida. It's named after Tars's Fox News streaming show. The Egypt Shrine Center.
Egypt Strong Center?
Egypt Shrine Center.
Shrine.
Egypt Shrine Center.
That's what I tried to say.
That does not sound like some place that Fox News would like to go.
Tag team Renegade Twins versus Pretty Empowered for the women's world tag team titles. La Rebellion versus Blunt Force Trauma for the NWA world tag team titles. Tom Latmer versus Fodder in a Singapore K match. EC3 and Kevin Kiley in a singles match. Chris Adonis and Trevor Murdoch 1-on-1. That looks really good. Camille versus Angelina Jolie.
Wow.
Yeah, Camille versus Angelina Love for the no disqualification match for the women's world title. Kerry Morton, with his dad in his corner, takes on Alex Taylor for the junior heavyweight championship. Cyan fights Homicide for the national heavyweight championship, and Tyrus versus Matt Cardona in the main event for the world heavyweight championship. Everyone is barred from ringside.
Everyone is barred from ringside.
I just hope Homicide doesn't try to kill people
Kind of is
by going on light fixtures.
still, it's kind of his gimmick.
Well, you're a fun sucker, aren't you?
All right.
I almost died because of him.
I didn't. I watched it and laughed.
Yeah, because you weren't part of the show.
Exactly.
AEW to run house shows. The first one's going to be on Saturday, March 18th from the Hobart Arena in Troy, Ohio.
And when I think of hot wrestling towns, my mother of God, I need Troy, Ohio.
Wow.
Must be the home of Troy University.
Troy University's in Alabama, sir.
Oh, is it? I didn't know that.
Come on back down to Atlantic City. You try to run a rampage here. Terrible.
I'm literally looking up where Troy, Ohio is.
Middle of fucking nowhere, I'm sure.
I think it's in the middle of 81 going towards Toledo
81
from Cleveland, or 85, sorry.
I was going to say 81.
Nope. It's kind of in the center of the state, but in the west portion.
So towards Sandusky.
Middle of nowhere.
Yeah, well,
It's
yeah.
part of the Dayton Metropolitan Statistical Area. It's 20 miles north of Dayton. Cool. ROH is planning to run to film TV shows, most likely at Universal Studios at the end of the month.
At the impact zone?
Of course.
Because, of course, that'll make it better.
Of course. Ryan, you were laughing.
Just on the dirt sheets, looking at articles. Former Cruiserweight Champion names his greatest WWE match.
Cool.
Alicia Fox versus Melina?
No, the former Cruiserweight Champion is Hornswoggle, and he said it was WLC.
WWE is allowing select workers to work select indie dates.
So Nakamura and Noah.
And Carl's going back to Japan.
I don't think so.
Ivy Niles doing a fucking reality wrestling show.
Yeah,
like,
she's doing it. Yeah.
Who is?
Show.
Ivy Nile, Diamond Mind.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Do you think it's going to be mainly just NXT people doing?
Yeah.
That's the thing, is that it's mostly going to be NXT. But I love how everyone's like, oh, WWE reversed their policy. Select workers get to work select indie dates, which means WWE gets to control which one. So, yeah. So you're telling me that WWE is allowing talent to work Booker T's shows. It's not like there's not like a built-in relationship there.
I mean, they were doing the same thing with Evolve.
I know.
True.
And
Like it
before
says-
that, when NXT was still technically truly a developmental territory, they were bringing in guys like Gargano, paying them with a contract that was allowed them to be open. So Excite got Gargano, Excite got Tommaso, Excite got a few guys like that because of what they were doing. So this is not the newest news.
Yeah, I know. Like, people are just making a big deal out of it.
It would be news if it's main roster people.
Right.
So I'll be interested to see who and where.
Right. Last bit of news, because I feel like getting a gun pulled into my head again. SummerSlam is going to be at Ford Field in Detroit on Saturday, August 5th.
I will not be there.
No, duh.
Even if I thought I could be there, I would not be there.
I mean, you could be there, but you're
I
not going to
could.
be there.
I will not be there. I will not go to Detroit.
Actually, that's the weekend Metallica's playing in Jersey. It's my birthday weekend.
In East Rutherford?
Yeah.
August 5th, your birthday weekend?
Well, it's my birthday's the 28th, so it's
I know when your birthday is.
I don't know how many days that is. So,
But yeah, I'm only debating about going because I'm like, oh, look, Comerica Park's right there. And I had to check that off my bucket list.
I would have thought they would have had it at America Park.
Well, they can't because the Tigers are there.
Right. I forgot.
It's the middle of the baseball season.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad that they got a show, I guess, but
It's a big ass stadium for a SummerSlam.
I know. I've been there.
yeah, for a WrestleMania though.
My first WrestleMania.
This first gun pointed to is that too.
Not the last.
No, if he's going back.
Well, it all depends on circumstances, which I'll get to at a later date. Okay.
Ryan, are you still there?
I am.
Holy shit.
Put your fucking ass over.
Oh my God. So you should totally come find us on Reddit on the wrestling show. Come tell me your things. Come talk about anything. And it can't be worse than what Chip says most of the time. So like come find me on the Reddit on the wrestling show.
Oh, it can. It can be worse than what Chip says.
Chip, put yourself over.
You can find me and the Fat Man on the Best Darn Sports Show period 2 on Thursdays at 9 p.m. on the Twitch. You can find me on Twitter at TWS_Mark with 4 A's. Count them 1, 2, 3, 4.
Should be 8, you lazy piece of shit.
No, that became too much for us to type, so I shortened it.
I appreciate that. Ryan didn't put over his
8 A's. They would put 9 and then I wouldn't be around.
Ryan didn't put over his TikTok, which I'm surprised he didn't. Ryan Buck Gotch on TikTok. Also Ryan Buck Gotch on Twitter too.
Correct. And Insta.
And Insta too? Okay.
Oh,
What the fuck? Doing all your fucking plugs. I'm at TWS Sleazy.
Yes, Fat Man.
And we are Sleazy Fat Man on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Please go on over there and give us a like. Video-wise on twitch.tv/SleazyFatman, youtube.com/SleazyFatman, premium videos like Ryan's Tit on onlyfans.com/The Wrestling Show. You can find all sorts of content at thewrestlingshow.com, including articles, merch, ton of other cool stuff. You can get this podcast every Saturday morning at wherever you get your podcasts, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and even Podbean. Don't hesitate to set up the subscription and make sure that it automatically downloads so you get the freshest episode as soon as possible at 8 a.m. every Saturday morning. Also, don't hesitate to rate us on your favorite platform. It really does help us out. So with thanks to Ryan, I almost said fuck you. A thanks to Chip. And as always, for Sleazy,
For the Fat Man.
this is The Wrestling Show. Thank you guys so much for listening. Peace.
We did not say fuck Dave Meltzer. So fuck Dave Meltzer. Fuck Tony Khan. A hot dog's not a sandwich. A sub is not a sandwich. And this is a plug, which it shouldn't be, but Dave Bautista in Knock at the Cabin, fucking phenomenal. Awesome performance, awesome movie. Go see it.
I'm a truth that you seem to run from. I'm an army of one. I'm a clip in your gun. I'm the pain in the game. The blood shedding your name. When there's nothing to